Blessings, much love to you all, and welcome to Nana's Kitchen. Today we're fixing to eat some fufu and the chicken light soup, papi. So let's jump right in. I have my hard chicken pieces, putting on some salt to start the seasoning process. I also have some white pepper going on right now. Now we're going to treat this chicken slightly different, so it's going to deviate just slightly from the traditional way or the more expected way of cooking chicken soup. So I'm going to place these over a baking rack. All right, I have a sheet pan underneath it. I've poured some water onto it, and then I place the chicken pieces onto the rack. Now the purpose of the water is to catch the juices that come out of the chicken while I grill them very briefly in the oven. I'm grilling them in order to singe those fine hairs that protrude from the chicken skin. Also, it's going to give it a really nice and smoky flavor, which I guarantee you will love in the final taste. All right, so I have some scallions here, giving it a rough chop, and we're going to blend it with the rest of the other ingredients, which will become the marinade for the chicken. So I also have half a large red onion, and you may use any onion you like. And you need some ginger, so I have ginger, also giving that a rough chop. Then add some garlic, followed by fennel seeds, which you may substitute with aniseeds. We have 3 cloves of green cardamom pods, 1 chicken bouillon cube, some fresh or dry thyme if that's what you have on hand. Fresh or dry rosemary. Chicken thrives in a fragrant, aromatic environment. So we are also adding 1 habanero chili, white peppercorns, and yes, I like to add my tomato paste right at this stage and blend it all together with the aromatics so that we get a smooth and homogeneous sauce, which we're going to cook the chicken in. I added some water to get that saucy consistency and also to move those blades. Now the chicken is out of the oven. It only stayed in there for 10 minutes. And you see that. Oh, this chicken light soup is going to be so delicious, friends. All right, so take them out and place them in your pan. And yes, I have some chicken gizzard already nice and cleaned. And so I've added those. And now our marinade, our very aromatic marinade is going on. Perfect. Now rinse your blender with about a 1/4 cup of water. Because this chicken is hard chicken, it could use a little water to tenderize. All right, and pour it on. Voila! This chicken is as good as ready to cook on medium heat for the next 20 minutes with the lid on and infuse my home with that very inviting aroma. Oh boy, y'all. I love it. Don't forget your bay leaf. I almost did. So yeah, insert that in there, throw the lid on, and cook. Now, chicken light soup has broth around it. So for that broth, I have 1 large red bell pepper, which I'm going to roast in the oven. So it's going to go onto the same rack the chicken was on. Remember, we still have those juices in the roasting pan. Those did not get wasted. I also have my tomatoes. Yes, all my vegetables for the broth are going to get a quick roast for some more smoky flavor. And here is the other half of the large onion we started with, also goes onto the rack. One of my patients has a garden in their home, and they were so generous to share some of their produce with me. So they gave me some peppers and some cherry tomatoes. So yes, I'm adding those as well for more aroma and to increase the volume of the broth. Yes, so in the oven it goes on the top rack using the grill option or the broil for just about 5 minutes until we get a nice char. Yes, so here we go. It smells beautiful in my home, friends. So I'm taking a little bit of the char off because I don't want my soup to be too dark in the color. All right, so that comes off, just a little bit of it. And then everything goes into the blender. Now here is that broth we got from grilling the chicken in the beginning by adding the water to the grill pan first. So yes, we didn't waste it, see? So everything, including the rest of the vegetables which fell through the rack, all go into the blender. Rinse the grill pan first with a little more water and add it to the blender. Now we're looking for a broth, so more water won't hurt a thing, okay? All right, and here is where you decide how thin or how thick you want your soup to be. I'm going for in between today, so blend till really, really smooth because we're not straining today. And we are 20 minutes into cooking, so we must check on the status of the chicken. And my home, as you can only imagine, is filled with that inviting aroma. Oh my gosh, my mouth is watering again. So we're going to give it a stir. Perfect. Next, we're going to leave the lid on and continue to cook on medium heat for about 15 more minutes. Our goal is to reduce and concentrate the sauce around the chicken before we add the broth. To that consistency you're looking at right there, just almost like stew. Perfect. It tastes beautiful. Now here comes the broth. I am thinning up my broth with some more water. At this stage, you get to decide how brothy you want your soup. I want my broth to be between thick and thin this time. All right, so not too thick, not too thin. And I think this is good right here. So now we stirred everything in. The broth and the thickened sauce, the concentrated sauce, have now become one with the chicken. I'm going in with some bruised basil. And yeah, just give it a few scrunchy in your hand, and there you go. The flavor of it will be released more swiftly that way. Now throw the lid on partially and cook on low heat for 30 more minutes. If your broth becomes thick as that happens, you can go in with some more water and season accordingly as well to your taste. Let it bubble ever so gently over 30 minutes, and your soup is almost ready to serve over the fufu, the rice, the yam, whatever you choose to have it with, or by itself. So it turns out I didn't need to add any more water. I love that consistency. So I have these final finishing touches. I have some okra, some chilies with the heads on, and some more basil, more aromatics. Chicken could always use more aroma, friends. It thrives in that environment, so please give it that treatment. It deserves it. All right, so we cook for maybe 5 more minutes until the okra is tender and we're ready to serve. Today we're having it with fufu. Ooh. This soup is long gone, but I want some more. Oh my God, I want some more. It was so delicious. Perfectly seasoned too. And those gizzards, I love them. Now it is optional, okay? So if you don't like gizzards or innards, you don't have to include them, obviously. All right, so we have some chilies and some okra. Friends, let's dig in. I hope that you have learned a thing or two and are inspired to try this beautiful recipe. Friends, make it a great day and have fun, especially in that kitchen. Thank you, beautiful person, for watching the video all the way to the end. Kindly leave me a comment and subscribe down below, and don't forget to share the video as well. Also, watch more videos. It is chop time, and here in Anaba's kitchen, chop time is always yes, friends. So pull up a chair. We are all friends and family here.